Monday Night Raw was pretty newsworthy. John Cena versus CM Punk is official. It's going to happen at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. That is cool. Very cool. Ron Killings cut off his hair and cut a tremendous promo in the process. That was great. Loved that. That was really good stuff there. Gunther became a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, and the King and Queen tournament begins. So, pretty newsworthy show for the most part. So, we're going to get into Monday Night Raw from June the 9th, 2025. So, we kick the show off with John Cena. He basically berates the crowd. He calls them keyboard warriors and ignorant armchair activists. They don't hold any real power when it comes to changing anything. He says, our truth is a gimmick, and they'll spit him out. A year from now, they won't even care about him. Our truth would never use Cena to benefit one of his garbage pity parties ever again. So, John Cena says that he's got 27 dates left. Now it's down to 19. And they're halfway done. And they haven't really accomplished anything yet. They used their voices to send him the class clown. They should have used their voices to send him competition. He's beating everyone they cheered for, from R-Truth to Cody Rhodes to Randy Orton. He shut their mouth and he's beating their best. CM Punk comes out, gets a massive reaction. CM Punk says that he's not going to really be defending the establishment, but he says the more things change, the more they stay the same. He's not defending TKO or any of the billionaires. He's here to defend the people. He says, Punk says it's his job to give them what they want. If they want the truth, they're going to get Ron Killings. He says that they're all spokes on the wheel, including John Cena. So, John Cena will spend the rest of his dates crisscrossing the country, apologizing to the people for the man that he's become. CM Punk knows that title has corrupted him because it corrupted him back in 2012. The same belt turned him into a monster back in 2012. When he came back to WWE, he had a list of goals. Holding the title isn't one of them. He's just afraid of the man that he'll become. That's the cue everyone wants. Only few can acknowledge it. Punk has to become a monster to stop the monster. To Cena and guys like him and Seth Rollins, that chip means power and control. To Punk, the title is something that belongs to the people. So, Cena then lists all his dates that he's done so far, and then he mentions Phoenix. So then, CM Punk wants John Cena to face him tonight for the title. And Cena says, let's do it. But he says, not here. And he smirks, and he says, not tonight. You're going to follow me into Saudi Arabia, and we're going to do it at Night of Champions. So, CM Punk off mic says, you're on. Let's do it. So that's pretty cool there. And then Seth Rollins shows up. He shows up with the briefcase. And that's it. He didn't say or do anything. And that's it. So this is fine. A pretty good way to start off the show. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is pretty cool. I am interested in this. Now, people are saying that CM Punk went back on his word. You could make that argument, and that is true to an extent. But at the end of the day, we have been doing these Saudi shows for about 7 years. They started in 2018. So they've been doing them for 7 years. Isn't it now just virtue signaling at this point? That's all it is. It's just fucking virtue signaling. Like, it's not that important, okay? Like, enough of the activist nonsense. A lot has changed with the WWE going to Saudi in the past 7 years. It's changed, and this is no different. I think at that time, CM Punk was still frustrated. Remember, he didn't go into AEW until 2021. So I think he made the Miz comment stuff on Twitter. I think that was in 2019 or 2020 he made that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Punk has changed since then. So, it is what it is. Who cares? Like, stop with the bullshit. It's not that important. So, yeah. Pretty good way to start the show. Moving on. This leads us into the first match of the night. AJ Styles defeats Chad Gable via the Styles Class in a pretty decent match. It was short. I think it was like 5 minutes, maybe 8, but I think it was like 3 to 5 minutes. So that's fine there. Makes perfect sense. Moving on. So Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, they have some words. So Liv says that she's going to advance and win the Queen of the Ring tournament. Roxanne Perez says they're on the same page as long as the title is brought back to Judgment Day. So then this leads us into the Queen of the Ring first round fatal four-way. Roxanne Perez defeats Liv Morgan, Kairi Sane, and Rhea Ripley via a roll-up. So towards the end of the match, Raquel Rodriguez comes down. She has a brawl with Rhea Ripley. And then this allows for Roxanne Perez to roll up Kairi Sane for the 1, 2, 3. And Roxanne Perez advances. That's fine. Really good stuff there. I think Roxanne Perez or Stephanie Vacker, one of those two women will be the one to win the Queen of the Ring. It makes the most sense. But we'll have to wait and see how things play out. But right now, those are my two picks to basically win the whole thing, if we're being honest. Moving on. So this leads us into a backstage segment involving Natalya and Maxine Dupree. They're talking with Nikki Bella. Nikki basically hugs them, and then she runs into Io Sky and Kairi Sane. So Nikki congratulates Io on being a great champion, and then Io Sky says that Nikki Bella paved the road for them, and then Nikki then thanks her, and then that was it. Okay, that's fine. Is any of that shit true? No, it's not. I mean, I like Nikki. She's okay. But come on now. Get real. What the hell? Oh, boy. Moving on. Becky Lynch is out next, and she really doesn't say much of anything except for how she's won every title multiple times, including the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber. She was the first woman to main event WrestleMania. And she just basically wants Lyra to be the bigger person and raise her arm, raise her hand the right way. You know, she dislocated her shoulder when she was raising her arm. That's what she thought of Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch claims that Lyra tried to kill her, and then Becky then calls out the crazy bird lady to demand an apology right now and raise her hand. So Lyra then shows up. She's frustrated, and then out of nowhere, Bayley, who's been gone for maybe about 6 to 8 weeks, she shows up, fights Becky Lynch and everything, and that was that. So I'm guessing we're going to get a triple threat match, I guess. Not excited for that, but who gives a shit? It is what it is, but I'm not really into any of this, if we're being honest. Moving on, so this leads us into R-Truth, Ron Killings. So he says to the crowd, Don't let anyone tell them they don't matter and that their voices don't matter. They heard, they listened, they felt, they understood. R-Truth says that he's back because of the people. R-Truth says they brought him back. They wanted the truth, and they got him. They got it. They won. R-Truth is back for the people. He's back for himself, too. Not only did they bring him back, they got him. So, R-Truth says that he can be too nice and too forgiving, but not Ron Killings. So he says he wished that he would. And then he basically cuts his hair off because he's basically balding, basically. And, R-Truth's 53, so yeah. At some point in time, you are going to bald when you get up in age. So this was great. He says that he is Ron Killings. He's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, put some respect on his name. And the crowd was popped hard. This was some excellent shit. I love this. But my thing is, what do you do with R-Truth going forward? Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Excuse me. What do you do with R-Truth going forward? I have no idea. Maybe you do John Cena, R-Truth, CM Punk at Night of Champions. I don't know, but you got to do something with him. You got to do something with the guy for sure. You got to. So this is great. I like this. Really good shit there. Moving on. More Judgment Day stuff. I don't care about it. We're not going to talk about it. So Seth Rollins makes another appearance, and it was brief. He says that he's conducting an all-out assault on both world championships. Whether they take it by victory or by heist, absolute power will be theirs. So, there's that. Then this leads us into the King of the Ring. First round, Fatal 4-Way. Penta, Dominic Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn defeats them. He wins via the Haluva kick. So he advances. LA Knight gets involved towards the end of the match. He takes out Braun Breaker via blunt force trauma. He leaves through the crowd. So it seems like LA Knight is going to be feuding with Seth Rollins' entire stable. Because why would he just feud with Braun Breaker and not feud with Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins himself? So that's good. This makes sense. Now, what's weird is LA Knight is a SmackDown superstar, but it doesn't matter. So, whatever. It don't matter. Who gives a damn? I don't give a shit about this. We all knew that Sami Zayn was going to advance anyway. Come on. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia. So, there's that. Moving on. So, AJ Styles, he's backstage with Kathy Kelly. AJ Styles says he can't enjoy it enough because he can't stop thinking about last week. Chad Gable, whether or not he has a mask on, is one of the best in the business. Last week, Seth Rollins had his lackey, Paul Heyman, threaten him. You also have Judgment Day running their mouths. Styles doesn't care about how they conduct their business. If you mess with him, you'll get punched in the mouth. If you don't believe him, ask Chad Gable. So that's cool there. Then we get some more tag team nonsense. Who cares? I'm not going to go over it. I don't give a fuck about New Day anymore. They've done nothing with New Day for 6 months, basically. They had a cool thing that they did with the Raw on Netflix back in January, but that was 6 months ago. What the fuck is going on now? Who cares? At this point, just make one set of tag titles and you have them float on the main roster, Raw and SmackDown, and that's it. Come on. The Raw Tag Team division is utter shit. Moving on. So, Asuka, she'll be back next week, so that's cool. So, she'll be back. She's been out for a while. I think she's had some type of injury. I'm not sure what it was, but she's been out for a minute. So, that'll be good. So, it's going to be her, Ivy Nile, Stephanie Vaquer, and Raquel Rodriguez. My money is either going to be on Asuka or Stephanie Vaquer. And then we're going to get, next week, a Fatal 4-Way King of the Ring for the men. Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery guy. That could be interesting. The mystery guy could be maybe Ilya Dragunov. I don't know. It's interesting to see who it's going to be. I'm interested in seeing that. Moving on. So Nikki Bella shows up. She gets a really good reaction. She just basically puts over Evolution and all that. She puts over all the current women, Rhea, Bianca, Io Sky. And then the newcomers, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Stephanie Vacker, and Julia. And then Liv Morgan, she comes out. She's pissed off. Then Liv says that she's proven time and time again that she owns the division. She was Women's World Champion all of last year. She was the first and only Women's Crown Jewel Champion. She's breaking records as Tag Team Champion. And then Nikki Bella's lucky that she wasn't around during her career, but she would have beaten her for the title. So, the main reason why Nikki didn't mention Liv was because Nikki is jealous of her, basically. Because she's got respect, a championship, and a man. That's kind of funny there. So, basically, Nikki Bella responds by saying she gets it. She knows that Liv is angry because she lost earlier on in the night. But speaking of Liv's man, she's trying to figure out who he belongs to. Is it her or Roxanne Perez? And then, so, Liv that attacks her, she hits the Oblivion and takes out Nikki Bella. This is pretty good. I actually like this. This is really good shit here. Liv is great. This is a really, really good promo. She was serious here. She was cocky here. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved it. I did. Liv has improved leaps and bounds within the last several years. And, I mean, she had a hell of a 2024. And she's having a pretty good 2025 so far as well. So, I do like that. So, good stuff there. Obviously, this is going to set up possibly a singles match with Nikki and Liv at Evolution. Or you could do Nikki and Brie, the Bellas, versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But I don't know if Brie is still with AEW. I don't know if she's with AEW in some capacity. I'm not sure, so I don't know. But what it looks like, it could be that we're just getting Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella at Evolution 2. I'm fine with that. I rock with that shit. Moving on, this leads us into the main event of the evening. Gunther puts Jey Uso to sleep. Jey Uso passes out. Gunther is now the new World Heavyweight Champion for a second time, and nothing happened. There was no interference from Seth Rollins and his faction. It should have been. I don't know why Triple H didn't do it. It doesn't make any sense. There's no point trying to inject Seth Rollins into the WWE Championship, even though we all know that's why he did it. But it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. But it is what it is. It really is not that important in my opinion, really. Raw, for the most part, was okay. It was mid at best, but what can you say at this point? They didn't really even promote the match at all. No promos or anything like that. Just them just training backstage and stuff like that, and that was it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, come on, do better than this, Triple H. You clown. But there's really nothing we can do at this point. Raw, like I said before, was okay. I am excited for CM Punk and John Cena. That's really cool. I do like that. The King and Queen the king and queen of the ring tournament look pretty cool, so I do like that. So, yeah. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? I think what they're going to do with Gunther is you're going to probably have Sami Zayn basically win the final. Maybe do Sami Zayn Gunther at Night of Champions, maybe. You have Seth Rollins cash in. You have Sami Zayn win, and immediately Seth Rollins shows up, beats the shit out of him, cashes in, gets a bunch of heat. Maybe they go that route, but I don't know. We have to wait and see. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.